BlaqueWitchYaya, mama. BlaqueWitchYaya, mama. BlaqueWitchYaya, mama. BlaqueWitchYaya, mama.
Hello you all, I'm BlaqueWitchYaya. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, this very quick video. I wanted to give you guys some suggestions on tarot cards and oracle decks that I use for my self readings. I do not offer personal readings, so if you see a fake page going around DMing you saying that spirit has a message for you and to send them $40, $10, whatever, that is not me. I do not offer personal readings. My website is BlaqueWitchYaya.com, so all transactions dealing with money will be on BlaqueWitchYaya.com. The only type of conversation I have with people is only with my Patreon members. There we will message each other back and forth, comment on each other's stuff, have Zoom meetings and all that. So that's the only type of personal contact that I have with you guys. I'll charge for that, but it's via Patreon. I do not accept anything via Cash App unless y'all randomly send something for a birthday. But I do not offer any services where the money and the transaction will take place on any secondhand website unless it's BlaqueWitchYaya.com or my Patreon. But in this video, I wanted to offer some suggestions on if you're learning to read tarot or if you want to read tarot on yourself like I do. I do not use these cards on other people because, like I said, I don't read other people. But these are cards I use when I'm reading myself. So I'm going to go in order of which one I like the most, okay? We'll have to say Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. And I say this card because it is an oracle card, and usually with oracle cards they give like quick simple information, but this deck right here with the book that it comes with, it just goes so much deeper into what the card means and the message is trying to tell you. And also, maybe it's my Virgo rising, I like that the cards have numbers on it, so when you look up the definition it's in like numerical order. Like this is 5, so you know you're gonna look up 1 2 3 4 5. This is number 2, so you know you're gonna go 1 2. This is 7, this is 50, so you can look up the meaning behind the number. Just doing a random card right here, this is 17 and it says the fates right here. So far this is my all-time favorite deck just because I can use this for a clarifier. And usually with oracle decks, I learned this from the Baron in his tarot course, use the oracle decks for a clarifier and tarot cards for the overall message. And if you want to know the difference between each one, when to use one, I'll link his tarot course down below because that's where I got it from, and that made it a lot easier to read. And then in second place, Sacred Destiny. Now I prefer oracles when I give myself a reading just because they're much simpler and I like to get straight to the message. So Sacred Destiny is very good as well, and this does give a simple meaning, but I like the simple meaning just to clarify either what this deck says, this is Modern Witch Tarot deck, or this deck. So if I have a question I ask Spirit, I'll pull a card from this deck. So this is like my question deck. If this card says something I'm not really sure what it means, I'll be like, all right Spirit, so this card said this, so can you give me a clearer definition of what it means? And then I'll pull a card from this deck. This says purity. Then that simple message gives me an overall more understanding of what the card is saying. Now I said these two I use the most because, like I said in the beginning of this video, I do not read tarot. I do tarot on myself, but I am still learning. Almost every single card I pull, I still have to read the definition. So that's why these two cards, these two decks I use, but not that often. This is if I need like a real intense reading, a lot is going on, so I'll pull out these decks right here. The first deck is the Modern Witch Tarot deck, and I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about this deck right here. This is a really good tarot deck just because simply I see people that look like me on it, so it's nice and relatable. I feel more connected to it. As y'all can see, these cards have barely been used. I probably used these like 10 times. Like this is really a fresh deck. So this card right here is the King of Pentacles. Off the top of my head, do I know what this means? No, but the book gives very good definitions and meanings of the cards as well. Just that when I give myself a reading, I most likely go to oracle, but if I need something intense and like an overall message on every house that I'm going through, I'll pull out a nice juicy tarot deck, and it'll more than likely be this one. For this individual right here, I may have to message her. I'm trying to do some interviews over on my Patreon with different creators, so I would like to get in contact with her. But that's just a side note. And then the last deck, and the reason why this is last, just because it's so little and it's so much. If this was a little bit bigger, this may have given my, it wouldn't have, it'll still be last. But this is another tarot deck. I use it. This is just if I need an intense message, like if I'm just like, I don't know what to do, I need more than oracles, I'll pull out this deck. Then for reinforcement or just an overall I'll reach for this deck right here. This is Everyday Tarot. Now I also discovered this deck through Meow Pond. He does the zodiac readings. Phenomenal, always on point, very nice and simple. If you don't need all the graphics or all the shebang, these are how the cards look right here. We're just gonna pull a random one, but this is the Four of Swords. These braces, swords, there we go. But I hope this video helped you guys out a lot. If any of these decks caught your eye, you felt called to get it, I'll have everything linked down below. This video is not sponsored, I wish, but the links down below will be affiliate links. So if you purchase from there, I get a little penny or two. Just want to let y'all know. But I have all these linked down below. I hope this video helped you guys out a lot. Remember, I do not offer personal readings. These are the decks I use when I read myself. But like I always say, as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. Until next time, you guys, Ashe, baby.